Well, our next guest is the former editor of Boomer magazine and former columnist at the Richmond Times-Dispatch. The book Wrightsville Beach first came out in 2007 and became a bestseller, and 10 years later, 2017, the award-winning story of the North Carolina island still fascinates people. Ray McAllister is proud of the enhanced 10th anniversary edition that was published on October 1st. We welcome him back to Virginia this morning. Congratulations, Ray.
Thank you, Jessica. Good to be back.
I'm glad to be talking with you today, but you know what? I think we should have taken a road trip to my hometown of Wrightsville Beach in North Carolina and taped on location.
Well, I should have interviewed you for the book.
Oh, well, that could be the 20-year anniversary, right?
Exactly.
This is really big. Why does this book resonate with everyone so much?
I think just because there are amazing stories involved with Wrightsville. Yes, it's a resort, it's a vacation place, it's a beach, but there are fantastic stories of the Luminous Pavilion, for instance. For 70 years, they had this massive dance hall, entertainment emporium, where they would have all the big bands came to play. They showed movies in the surf. They set up movie screen up in the surf. We've got all these pictures and all these stories, and David Brinkley worked there as a kid, and there are great stories from David Brinkley. But then there are stories of major hotels, big fires that wiped out much of the island, hurricanes that flooded much of the island. They're just great, great stories throughout the book, and it's an amazing place.
And what's also so fascinating, too, fast forward 10 years from 2007, and history's been made even in that time to add.
Sure, sure. Well, what we did with this book, our books have done really well, my books that others have published, particularly in hardcover edition, because people keep them as mementos or give them as gifts. So we found with the Ocracoke book, which we put out last year, that if you make them a little bigger, put more photographs in, add more information, they explode. People are really looking for this type of gift to give. And with Wrightsville, we were able to actually double the number of illustrations, for instance. We now have 150 photographs and whatnot, as well as adding updates on changes to the island. Had a writer from the Star News in Wilmington who's a real book expert write the foreword. I wrote an afterword updating it all. So it's quite a different book now, a better book.
Well, it's terrific, too. If you have that first copy, now it's time to get and give the 10th anniversary edition, because what a great gift. If this is part of your tradition to vacation at Wrightsville Beach or in and around the area, what a neat way to enhance your appreciation and love.
And that's what we're finding. People have, I've been getting emails, people are almost, you can feel them crying over the email. I mean, they're so happy about the book. But they're all great places. I've written a number of books on the North Carolina coast. They're all great places, and so it works.
So you have been particularly great at picking locations to research then.
Right, yes, it's hard. It's hard. Picking beach towns to research, yeah, it's very difficult work, but someone has to do it. Now I've got 4 books on the North Carolina coast now, and I've also got a book on the Richmond Forum. I've also just started publishing a couple of other writers' books this year, including Randy Fitzgerald, who your viewers will know. He's a very well-known columnist. We've got a book called Flights of Fancy, his columns and updates, and it's a great book, and it's doing really well.
How much fun for you was it to then revisit this particular one or go back and create these expanded editions?
It is fun because it's finally the book that I think we should have had initially. My publisher is a great publisher down in North Carolina. They put out these and they did really well, but they were reluctant to sort of make a bigger book. And as I say, it's not really a coffee table book, but it's at least an end table book now.
Perfectly sized, right?
Yes, exactly.
What a great gift for the holiday season. All of them would be. And, you know, now you have a little bit more time, too, to even invest and then go. And are you picking your next beach town?
I am, but I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to tell you what I'm writing about yet. Okay. So I'll come back in a while if you'll have me.
Okay.
And tell you. But I'm also publishing some books on the side. I have published Randy's book and a book on Portsmouth Island on the Outer Banks, which is a ghost village of the Outer Banks, and that's done very well, too.
Talk about fascinating lore. Ray, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Jessica.
Congratulations on the book. And next time, let us know. We'll do a live shot from the beach.
Absolutely.
It'll be a full weekend. weekend show.
It might be a month.
I love it. I like the way you think. All right, you have several chances to meet Ray McAllister as he signs copies of Wrightsville Beach, including later today through Sunday at Bazaar at Richmond Raceway. He'll be at the Barnes & Noble at Short Pump on Saturday, December 9th from 1 to 4 p.m. and has another appearance Saturday, December 16th at the Barnes & Noble at Chesterfield Town Center from 1 to 4 p.m. Ray, we sure appreciate you coming in today.
My pleasure.
Great ideas right here for beach people, Wrightsville fans, everyone, and plenty of chances to meet Ray and have them signed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
You have to buy them, but then I'll sign them.
Okay, well, details.
It's a two-part thing.
That's right, details.